to downtown Franklin, it just instantly felt like home. So you can drive down these country roads for hours and just see stunning, beautiful homes and country estates. There's a lot of country music stars that live out here.
You can see why this is a little bit more of an upscale area.
If I hit traffic, it's because it's a tractor with this cute little old man driving his thing, down the road and then telling me to pass when it's safe.
We made it. We're in Franklin, Tennessee. This is amazing, and this is one of our top premier realtors, Ethan Lanigan.
Early on in the days of the Leaving California Facebook group, 2018, I started hearing people saying Franklin, Tennessee, and then I saw Mitsubishi moves from Southern California to Franklin, Tennessee. Nissan, right?
Yep.
Nissan moved from California to Franklin,
Good for
Tennessee.
them. That's smart.
They're U.S. headquarters. It's not like this was a dealership moving. This was a big deal.
There's a big one coming up. In-N-Out Burger is doing their corporate headquarters in Franklin, Tennessee. It'll be open, I think, in about 24 months. There's such a demand for them out here, and it's such a business-friendly environment. So we're getting a huge growth curve of businesses coming here, and which is great for the local economy and high-paying jobs coming to the greater Nashville area as a whole. But in particular, they love Franklin because it's easy to convince a lot of their top executives to move here. My family and I relocated here about 5 years ago from Orange County, California. And one of the things that we love about Franklin is it's so close to the city of Nashville. If we want to go out and we want to enjoy the city, we can be parked at our house and parked at a Titans game. So we're at Harlansdale Farm, which was originally owned and operated by a family for many years, probably generations in reality, as a horse farm. And they bred lineage horses for Tennessee walking horses and championship horses. But what they did is they sold to the city of Franklin, and now it's essentially a public space and a park. And we're sitting at a very small portion of it, but this is a very large piece of land with a lot of different features to it.
Boy, Franklin, Tennessee, I've heard about this downtown for years. I've been here before, but this downtown, you talk about Hallmark, right?
Postcard, yeah.
Postcard.
Absolutely.
They do it up for Christmas, right?
They do, and this town square is really one of the things that sold us on moving here. We moved from a historic city in California called Old Town Orange, and when we came to downtown Franklin, it just instantly felt like home. It's really neat. It was founded in 1799, and they've done an amazing job keeping the historic feel of the city with a lot of these historic buildings going through historic renovations and a lot of preservation. And that's true of a lot of Franklin in general. There's historic battlefield sites. There's a lot of history from the Civil War. But it's a great town center where people love to come and just hang out and walk around. And they've also done a really good job of keeping it, for the most part, really non-corporate. So a lot of locally owned businesses, locally owned restaurants, or at least regional chains, mom and pop shops, and people love to visit here. It's consistently voted one of the best main streets in America, a lot of local festivals, and Christmas, as Terry mentioned, is just phenomenal. I mean, that was a big part of the reason why we chose to leave California and moved here. We just, we wanted less government in our lives, less government telling us how to raise our kids, and different restrictions, and what's required to go to school and what's being taught in schools. And I think Tennessee as a whole is a very freedom-driven state. Certainly it's the South, and it tends to be more red-leaning, but what you'll see a lot around town here is you'll see a lot of these "Don't Tread on Me" flags, and I always refer to it as the "Don't Tread on Me" state.
Franklin, Tennessee, we've got our premier realtor, Ethan Lanigan, here with us, and we've got our founder, of course, Terry Gilliam. And Monty, why don't you take it away? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think the world of Ben DeBose. He's like a brother to me. Let me also say, Ben, that the second thing I tell people about Ben is how much he loves God.
Amen.
And so this is a place where we want to know about that.
Yeah.
Why does that matter in this place?
I've felt like this area of Tennessee especially, there's great value here. And then as far as schools, Williamson County has some of the best schools in the nation. My experience in Middle Tennessee is not this dog-eat-dog competition. There's a very much like I was helped when I came here as real estate by other real estate investors who wanted to see me succeed.
But you didn't have much money when you came
I had
here,
nothing.
Right? What'd you have, like $17? Aren't you like?
I was a negative net worth. I had lived off of support. I moved here to work for a missions organization. I lived off of support when I jumped into real estate, and within 2 years we were millionaires and it was just like it. There was a lot, but we received a lot of help.
You're not in Franklin anymore, but you are in Franklin. One of the things I love about living here is you have some beautiful subdivisions with amazing homes, but you also have some stunningly gorgeous country settings. And we're actually in an area called Leapers Fork, which isn't technically a city, but it's kind of a region just west of Franklin, which has this neat little historic downtown village with some great local shops and restaurants, and just the surrounding setting is just amazing. So you can drive down these country roads for hours and just see stunning, beautiful homes and country estates. There's a lot of country music stars that live out here, and just beauty. And then the Harpeth River runs through this area, as it does throughout the entire city of Franklin, which is great for just nature life and dropping in a kayak and going fishing. But we want to make sure we showcase the natural beauty of Franklin, not just some of the beautiful houses. So this area is quite pricey. There's a lot of very high-end custom homes out here, multi-million-dollar estates, and then our subdivision homes will range from in the Franklin area, start around $600,000 and go up to multi-million-dollar homes as well.
Different levels.
A lot of different levels. And we don't sell just in Franklin. We have a lot of clients that are moving out here that know Franklin as a name, but might end up moving to Spring Hill or Columbia or something like that. Had a California client buy a house in Columbia last week that closed at $425. So we do have affordable options as well.
Columbia.
Yep.
Columbia, Tennessee.
Great option. This is Jared Pritchard. He's with Cross Country Mortgage. He helps the overwhelming majority of my clients. And the big reason why I feel so confident referring him is I've sent him a lot of business. He's never once missed a closing timeline. He has a great reputation within the community. So it helps actually get your offer accepted in a multiple offer situation.
Sure.
And he guarantees all of his loans. So he puts his money where his mouth is and says, we're going to meet our closing timeline. We're going to get it done. And he can close loans as quick as, I think we've done, 10, 11 days?
I mean, we have a mad variety of products available because every client has a different financial situation, so everyone's unique to themselves. So that's what I love about Cross Country is just we have a ton of different products to help everybody. When you do come out to visit and you find the house that you love, a lot of times what's happened too is like, oh, this is just a visit, we're not going to put in an offer.
Right, yeah, yeah,
and then all of a sudden they come out here and it's like, oh, we love this house, we want to make an offer.
Right, yeah.
Well, if you didn't do your due diligence on the front end and you're not prepared,
Not ready.
you're not ready and you can miss out on the house. And then you won't, I'm not going to back my pre-approval and stuff if I don't have you fully pre-approved.
That makes sense.
Right? So,
Yeah.
What was the journey like to decide to leave and then actually making that move?
Yeah, I have mixed emotions with moving. The traffic was so bad.
Yeah.
San Francisco was having issues and politics and on and on and on. But I think the thing that got us the most was our kids moved out here. Flying home back to San Francisco on that 3-hour flight, and I thought to myself, well, there's going to be construction, there's going to be kids, it's going to be like little toddy land down there. So.
Yeah.
And being retired, I'm looking for something quiet.
Sure.
So jokingly, coming back to the sales office, I asked the sales guy, says, can you give me that street right there where it's real quiet?
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 years later, he called me and says, I got your house.
Wow. I actually met Carrie probably about 1.5 years ago through a mutual friend. And I just love the story of her transition. So her and her husband moved out here from Southern California, and they were kind of living the beach lifestyle. And then they transitioned to a little bit of a different lifestyle.
So we lived in a condo, had an ocean view.
Wow.
Rode our bikes down to the beach whenever we wanted. Now we are on 5 acres.
Wow, that's great.
Animals. I have 12 chickens and counting because chicken math is actually a real thing.
Chicken math. I haven't heard that term before. That's great.
They multiply.
Yes, yes.
Everybody is so kind here.
Oh, that's great.
I'm going 30 miles an hour with nobody in front of me. If I hit traffic, it's funny because this happened on the way over here. If I hit traffic, it's because it's a tractor with this cute little old man driving this thing, down the road and then telling me to pass when it's safe.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
great.
I
How
love
cute.
it.
That's great.